Taurus. Welcome to Lolo Shines Tarot. You may hear some motorcycles like just now. I live right next to a freeway, so just a heads up. So I just wanted to say that it is my mission to assist people in their healing and self-love journeys, and to help people feel empowered and inspired. And so I hope that you are able to get at least one thing out of my reading to help you in that way. They may not apply to everybody. Obviously, it's a general reading. So switch out the roles if you need to, or the genders if you need to. Just take what resonates, okay? So I went ahead and I pulled your cards, and I've meditated on them for a minute, and my kids are asleep, so I'm trying to be quiet. So just so you know. So okay, what I'm seeing here is there is a situation where you have had like a new understanding around this situation, where you are wanting to change the energy that is between you guys. And I'm seeing with the Judgment card at the bottom of the deck, and clarified by this Four of Swords, I'm seeing that you really want this to have just some sort of like just peace, and just okay, I feel like you are wanting to just have a sort of like purity in this situation, where you're just not wanting there to be any discord. So let's move forward, and I'll dive into that a little deeper. So in the past, I'm seeing that you have the Four of Cups. So there may have been some boredom, some complacency, some not really someone taking you for granted and not really recognizing the I have hair in my mouth, the importance of this connection, or this could have been you. And somebody could have been expressing their feelings, and you turned away from it, or it could have been you that was expressing your feelings. I mean, there's several scenarios there, but I'm seeing here that with the Queen of Pentacles, that's Taurus, or just an earth sign in general, but I'm just feeling like this is Taurus, okay? You were feeling a bit like guarded with the Nine of Wands, and just feeling like you needed to protect yourself from this situation. And what I'm seeing is that you may have been dealing with either a water sign, or somebody that just you really have a lot of love for, or really has a lot of love for you, or both of you do. And I'm seeing here that you were wanting reciprocity in this situation. You were wanting equal give and take. You were wanting to see eye to eye, and you ended up feeling like you just had to sort of gain this higher perspective, like that just wasn't going to happen. And so like you focused more on just protecting your own energy. And see, like there's this this peacock up here, and peacocks are about like protecting oneself, and then also like spiritual growth. And I feel like you came to this realization that you needed to just focus out elsewhere, because what you were wanting in this situation wasn't coming. Honestly, I'm seeing that it's a potential that there may have been just a misunderstanding when it came to love languages. Like, I don't know why that popped in my head, but like maybe they just weren't matching up, you know? So, I'm just seeing you as being the Queen of Pentacles, like just really focusing on your well-being right now. And, you know, your heart may be a little guarded with this Nine of Wands. Like you're not really sure how to move forward at this point, but I do see like a higher perspective is being gained on this situation. So let's move forward. The next card here is the Two of Wands. And so, like, to me, that's about a decision, trying to, like, figure out which path to take. And it could be a physical path or just a mental and emotional one. And what I'm seeing is that, like, that spirit is illuminating a path for you, and you are okay with the Hierophant in reverse. Like, I'm seeing that could be just a change in in belief system about maybe instead of like firmly trying to get somebody to see your point of view, just saying, you know what, just finding acceptance, that it's just not going to happen, and like putting an end to that, which, you know, may have been very painful for you, but I'm just seeing like that, like there's the two different paths you can go down here, where you can keep trying to press the issue and beat a dead horse, or you can just find acceptance that everybody has different perspectives, and that you just may not see eye to eye. Your love languages just may not match up. Like, you know, you just may not be able to receive what you were looking for in this situation. So I'm seeing here with the Queen of Swords and the Six of Swords, that's like just making a very logical decision, that you are ready to just move to a more peaceful and serene state of being, rather than going down that, you know, that beaten path where, you know, it's just the same old thing. You know, you're making this decision to just focus elsewhere, and it could be on career. It could just be on seeking higher truths, and you know, maybe even just your family, or just what works best for you, what serves your highest good, because that's what the Queen of Swords is about to me. Is like she really knows, like, she's been through a lot. She's just been through a lot in her life, and she knows what works best for her, and she wants to move in that direction. And with the Six of Swords here, that's all about like moving on to calmer waters in that serene, you know, state of being. And you know, just like going out on the water, you know, on a boat or a kayak, or, you know, and just like relaxing under the stars. Like that's this kind of energy, like leaving the rough, choppy waters behind, and just laying out under the stars on the boat, you know, on a lake or whatever, you know, that's what I see, like, internally, emotionally, mentally, you wanting to move towards. So, your next card here is the Queen of Wands. And that's all about, like, standing in your power, knowing your worth, knowing your value, not really wanting to, like, waver from that. And I mean, she just looks really, like, confident and sure of herself, and, like, just really at peace in her own skin. And, like, you could have new passionate, like, ideas and inspiration that you're wanting to move in the direction of. And that, like, also just really knowing your worth and believing in yourself and moving towards that. So that's clarified by the King of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this could be in regards to this other situation that I was talking about, or somebody different, in which there is a person who may have been disrespectful, emotionally manipulative, manipulative, because the King of Cups in reverse, like, those are characteristics the King of Cups in reverse embodies, are, you know, emotional manipulation, you just not really using like being being in a healthy emotional state, and there being just a lot of, like, turmoil and chaos around that. And you honestly could have both been like that. And so I'm seeing that, like, communication is put to a halt, maybe on a particular situation or just in general with this individual. And, like, you could still be talking, but just not talking about certain things, like the elephant in the room, you know, like. And I'm just seeing that there was just some unhealthiness happening on an emotional level, between you and this person, whether it was them or you or both of you. And you, with this Queen of Wands, saying, you know, I need to really stand my ground on my boundaries and the fact that I don't need to engage in this any longer, because it's not serving my passion and my drive and my well-being and just where I want to go in life, you know. And that's what I'm seeing with the Queen of Wands, and how, like you might be feeling, and that person too, honestly. So the Ten of Wands clarifies all this, and that's, like, just a heavy burden. This situation just burdens you. It's just heavy, you know. You may have, like, just really tense shoulders, and just, like, your neck is hurting, and, like, you just want to stretch it out, you know. And because you're just so tense over this situation, and it's just, like, it's wiping you out to keep involving yourself in either this same conversation over and over and over again, or just this situation altogether with a person. And, like, I'm seeing you as just really wanting to rest, you know, because, like, the Four of Swords is up here at the very beginning of the reading, and that's what that is. Like, traditionally, there is a figure that is, like, laying down in the bed in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, and he is laying down, and there's 3 swords above his head, as if, and to me that's like trying to heal from a separation, or just like a heartbreaking situation that caused pain, and just allowing yourself to relax and to meditate and just chill, like I was saying with the 6 of Swords right here. And so I'm seeing, like, with these cards here, is that you are starting to realize that you're worth that peace, and saying, like, this is what I want for myself, and I don't want to feel this burden anymore. I want to relax. I just want to feel peaceful. I don't want this tension in my shoulders anymore. And just, just being calm and serene. So, what Spirit is trying to tell you in this reading is, there could be a tremendous amount of love between you and this person, and they may bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment. And there may be things that on an emotional level are not fully being expressed, but I am seeing, like, that conversation is not meant to be had right now. Like, focusing more on just, like, healing yourself, and just doing what's best for your well-being is where I see Spirits, saying to focus on right now. And so there just have been there might have been just hidden factors, maybe even secrets, just things that are not fully being either revealed or just recognized in that person, or you, or both, with the Moon card right here. And some shadow work may need to be done, and just really seeing what, like, triggers are, and like, your own personal reasons for why things happen the way that they do on your end. And so, like, this could be a time for you to really look at that. And with the Magician in the reverse, I'm just seeing, like now is not the time to try to manifest closure on this certain conversation or this situation in general. You may have felt a sense of powerlessness at one point, and there are just things about that are just needing to be revealed over time. And so focusing on, with this 9 of Cups, your own personal emotional fulfillment, your own boundaries, you're doing what's best for you, being calm and serene within yourself, all these things that I mentioned before, like, that's where I feel like Spirit is saying to focus on. And even just passionate endeavors that you really want to put your attention into. Creativity. The Queen of Wands is very creative. So, so to clarify that, you have the Hermit in reverse and the 6 of Wands. And, I can see here that, like, there may even be a mutual desire to have this victory over this this silent treatment, this separation, but I'm really just seeing that Spirit is saying take some time with the Hanged Man. Really look at everything from all different perspectives. Open your mind up to maybe things that are unseen. Like, you know, if you're a very spiritual person, ask Spirit to reveal the truth to you. And that's why the Judgment card was at the bottom of the deck of this reading. Like, that's the energy that is underlying the whole reading. And I'm just seeing that, like, there's this awakening that's happening within you. And so take that time with this hangman to just be still and do all the things that I had mentioned before for yourself. And that, you know, in time, that victory may, I'm seeing with the victory, with the Six of Wands card here, that in time there will be victory in this situation. It just might not be right here in this moment, because with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, I'm seeing like, and the Five of Wands, I'm seeing like there are just old ways of thinking, old patterns of being. They could be generational patterns that have just been passed down the line. And like, that's the kind of stuff that really needs to be looked at and, you know, healed. Because it is creating, and it could really be you and that, what am I trying to say? It really could be both of you that have this, you know, this generational, like, patterns of behavior and ways of thinking that are causing this friction between you two. And I'm just seeing with this reading that Spirit is saying to really become aware of that, for your own healing and your own benefit. So I pulled a couple of angel oracle cards, and this is my first oracle deck. I love this deck, but so spiritual growth. Yeah, spiritual growth. So that's basically what I've been talking about, like with this Judgment card right here, and allowing yourself to just look at all the different perspectives, and put yourself in another person's shoes, you know? That's where the spiritual growth comes in, because spiritual growth is all about having compassion for other people, you know, and accepting each other the way that we are, or accepting them the way that they are. So even if it's not, you know, what we want or what we think we, what we want or what we think that we deserve, sometimes people just aren't capable, you know. Your next, and that's where the acceptance comes in. So your next card was Power. And so that's what I was talking about with the Queen of Wands, like really just standing firmly in your own self, you know, and your own boundaries, and not wavering on that, because you really want to do what is healthiest for you, and, you know, cultivate that in your life and maintain it. Truth and integrity. You know, be really honest with yourself about your own role, your own part, you know, your own patterns of thinking, and, you know, generational issues that might have been passed down. Like, this is the time to really allow yourself to see the truth. And then playfulness. So I'm seeing, like, if you have kids, you have grandkids, you know, you just want to embrace your childlike sense of wonder. Like, this is the time, you know, get creative, maybe do some art, you know, go swing on the swings, play outside, like, just go chase butterflies, you know. This is the time to really focus on that, because I just see that you just are really wanting to heal and meditation, sorry. that right here goes in line with this Four of Swords that was at the beginning of the reading. Just relax, you know, go sit outside on your back patio and drink some tea, or your porch, or go lay in the pool, or, you know, just go for a walk, listen to some really, like, you know, peaceful meditations or affirmations, say affirmations, mantras, you know, or just meditate, like legitimately sit down and meditate. If you have sound bowls, I have sound bowls, use those, you know, just whatever is going to create that inner peace. And so I think that it's really interesting that this reading went the way that it did on the night of the full moon. So I'm just feeling like this is a good time to just release, you know, release anything that is disturbing you, allow yourself to forgive, and then set intentions for what you do want to happen in the month of August, or just whenever you see this video. And replace the negative thoughts with positive ones. So as much as you can, allow yourself to feel and heal, but you know, try to reframe that thinking that is just no longer serving you. So I do believe that's all the messages that wanted to come through. And thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope that you got at least one thing out of this. And see you soon. Bye.